Alright, my X250 is currently broken. I'm waiting for parts. You can see it's got an arm missing here. It's actually still there, snapped off. And I got some bigger motors on there. But I had a bunch of motors, 1510s, as you can see here. Whole lot of them, plus 4 here, that I wanted to use. So what I did is I decided to make a frame myself, and so I thought I would share this and show you what I did. Basically, I used some aluminum plates like this. These are bigger. I'm going to use these to make a 450 frame, but same idea. See, this one is much bigger here, of course. But yeah, same ideas except smaller. Basically shaped them, drilled them through, put a bunch of holes in them, and lined up some arms on there, and then put together a quad frame. Now the center plates are aluminum that I've used, and then if you look here, you'll see this rod here. Nice long rod. This is what I've used to make the arms. It is not aluminum. It's actually stainless steel, so it's basically unbreakable. A bit heavy, yes, but unbreakable. This is stainless steel tubing, but it's quite thin. It's actually, the arms on this are quite short, so the weight is not that much really. I have not weighed it, but I've tried flying it and it's fine. If you look at the size-wise, it's just about, once the motors are mounted, motor to motor, looking at about maybe a centimeter more on each side or so. About 1 centimeter. So if this is a 250, then this one here would be about 260. No, sorry, 250. This would be about 252. Just about the same size as the X250. Anyways, these stainless steel arms I've used as well. They're not the usual, or you say the more commonly used rods or tubing that modelers use to make DIY frames, because these are tiny. Let me put a ruler on there. You'll have a look. You can see it's about 1 centimeter. About 1 centimeter in diameter. So they're quite small, but they're very sturdy, of course, because they're stainless steel. But being small means they're quite light. So this is something that's really nice with this. Now, what else can I say about this? I guess let me show you the bottom of it. I put some landing skid like this. Basically, the landing skid's pretty simple. I had to drill holes a bit bigger than the screws so I can fit the screws through. And I got short screws holding the motors at the top. And I've used some very tiny bullet connectors, either 2mm bullet connectors to connect the ESC to the motors, and this is to match the size of the arms. Basically, I didn't want to have anything too big, and then the ESCs are tucked in between the two center plates. There's plenty of room between the center plates. I'm using 4 12-amp ESCs by Hobbywing, and then of course here I've got the KK2 board mounted here. And then I'm going to make something nicer eventually to cover the electronics, but I've got this little guy here for now. It just goes on like this. So let me just drill that on there, screw that on there, and then I'm going to show you a quick demo with this. So the arms are mounted with metal screws, of course, and everything else on this is using nylon screws. The mount for the KK2 board, the standoffs are nylon. Basically, just all nylon screws throughout, except the 8 screws that secure this fan here. Except the 8 screws that secure the arms to the center plates. I just realized that my fan was running. I bet there's a whole bunch of muffling noise. I'm not supposed to keep the fan running while I do a video on my workbench down here, or else it sounds like crap. So I hope that's not the case. But anyways, basically what I said is that I've used aluminum plates like this and then fitted them, drilled a bunch of holes in there to get rid of weight, added some 1mm stainless steel arms on there, which are essentially unbreakable. They won't break, that's the bottom line. They will not break. And then that's it. I got the KK2 board on there, and I'm running a Devil receiver, and I'm using a Devil 8 radio. So let's have a look. I want to connect this, show you a quick flight. Indoor flight. It's evening here now, so I can't fly outside, at least not until I install lights on this. And let's have a look. The beeping you're hearing now is the KK2 telling me that it's armed. And this is actually, as far as I can tell so far, is actually flying nicer than the X250 because there's no flex in the arms. It's super stiff. And so, I don't know, it does seem to be responsive and flying nicer than the X250. And the weight is not an issue. Of course, the 1510 motors are going to get hot with this. So eventually I will go on and use some bigger motors on this, but I'm going to use my 1510s first. But a bunch of them I need to use, and you can see the lift is darn good on it. Show this to you in the light here. And this is my scratch build DIY 250 frame. It's bloody awesome. And the nice thing about it is it won't break. I really doubt it'll break. I even doubt those arms will bend. Stainless steel arms, because they're way too sturdy for the weight of this quad. I suppose if I crash it on pavement full speed, one of them might bend, but I have a bunch of the material here. All I need to do is cut one arm and drill through it and put it on. So it's really not a big deal. Very inexpensive frame that offers awesome durability and ruggedness. I'm going to be trying this outside tomorrow, do some 3D moves, but I can tell right now that it's not going to be an issue. It's going to fly wonderfully. I can tell the way it flies indoor now. It's awesome. All right. And let me show you the end of the booms. You see I put some little end caps on there just to make it look neat. It's quite a nice little frame, frankly. This is pretty much my favorite quad at the moment. You know, I've been flying the X250, which is a very, very nice frame. It's a very nice quadcopter. It's got the distribution board on it and the lights and blah, blah, blah. But it breaks. If you crash it hard, it breaks. And that's what happened today. I was doing some 3D maneuvers outside and I caught the ground and I split an arm on it. It's not going to happen with this. That's the bottom line. It's going to crash, pick up, and go. Alright, that's all. Hope you enjoy the video.